Hello everybody, welcome to episode 4 of Kerbal Space Program. This is your friend TM01 and we are starting a new game today. So what we're going to do is, and I do apologize, that's still my cat in the background. Let's start ourselves a new game. Let's call it New Beginning. And I actually made myself a flag for the situation. So let's accept that. And let's go ahead and start. I do apologize about the cat. Again. She's being rather loud. Hopefully you can hear me above her. And let's go ahead and go to vehicle assembly. And we'll make our first suborbital vehicle. So let's put a command pod. Put a fuel tank here. One of those there. And a parachute on top. And let's see, an antenna so we can transmit our data back home. And let's take our maiden voyage. And of course you can see my flag there. It's actually based off of a screenshot from in the game. There's Kerbal, or Kerbin, or I can never remember what it's called, with my name there and a little bitty spaceship there. So that's what we are going to use as our flag, at least for now. Let's do our maiden voyage in this save file. If it ever loads, turn on SAS and fire. Uh-oh. Get a crew report. Get some science out of it. The shores look inviting and you watch the waves. Whoops. Well, hopefully we kept the crew report. So I do have a crew report. Roll Jebediah down the hill. Can he do an EVA, I wonder? Oh, he's blocked. He can't exit the vehicle. So let's recover the vessel. That was a good first, excuse me, a good first flight. I'm not one of those people that likes to design a big over fancy ship to get to Minmus on the first thing. I know a lot of people do it, and I think it's absolutely cool. I just don't have the patience to get everything right while I'm trying to unlock new parts. So we got 8 science from that. 8.5 actually. And so that went pretty well. Let's see if we can unlock anything with our science. It takes 5 science to unlock these parts, including a decoupler. So that'll help us out quite a bit. So let's go ahead and build this second ship together. And we will try to get into orbit this time. Excuse me. Let's see. We need a parachute on top. We need an antenna somewhere on here. So let's zoom in like so. Put the antenna right there. Let's get 2 mystery goo containers. We'll do one in Kerbin and one hopefully in low orbit around Kerbin. What else do we need? Let's go ahead and put a decoupler on there. We will add this right here. Put an engine on the bottom of that. And let's go ahead and raise this up, zoom out. And we'll add another decoupler here. And some solid rocket boosters there. And let's go ahead and add about 4 more to that layer. That'll work. And hopefully that'll give us a nice lift off and get us into orbital flight. We will find out here very, very shortly. Because we are lifting off in 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Let's go ahead and do mystery goo right now. Wobbles and the goo jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. We'll go ahead and keep that data. Doesn't look like we're going to quite make it into orbit. Jebediah is happy either way, though. Let's go ahead and tilt so we can do a splashdown. Water landing. Let's get some mystery goo in the atmosphere. The goo seems to be getting very cold now. Looks like we're going to get 7 science out of that. And we'll take a crew report from Kerbin's upper atmosphere. Just 3.5 science, nothing major there. Go ahead and decouple that. And, excuse me for just 1 second. I'm sorry about that. And we will go ahead and, well, how far up are we going exactly? The apoapsis is at 49,000 feet. There's the moon over there. Eventually we'll get there again. Let's see, what else do we have? We got Ike over there, which should be right around Duna somewhere. What else? What else? Yeah, pretty much the biggest thing right now is the moon. There's Minmus. We saw Ike was over this way somewhere. No, that's not Ike. Maybe it is. Who can tell? Let's go back here. We are beginning to fall now. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward quite a bit till we get to about excuse me, till we get to about 10,000 meters. Then we're going to unfast forward so that the Kraken doesn't eat us. This game does have some issues with fast forwarding. The physics don't act quite right. A lot of times the parachute will think you're moving too fast and it'll just snap off when you try to fast forward. Hopefully Jebediah will survive this encounter, however. And it looks like he should. Our velocity should be well slow enough. By then we have negative acceleration. Or I guess you could just say deceleration right now. Jebediah looks happy. Now, I've never seen Mr. Jebediah look so happy. Well, yes I have. He's always looking happy. He's the bravest Kerbal I know. And down to about 1,300 meters above sea level. And I'm above a sea, so that should be fairly accurate, I would imagine. The chute did deploy now. And we're doing well, so we can, I believe, should be able to fast forward again now that the chute's been excuse me again. Now that the chute has been deployed, it's probably the right word. And we will go ahead and land and do a splashdown in the ocean. Both of our mystery goos. Did I ever get a crew report? Yes, I did. And now what we want to do is we want to go ahead and do an EVA. And we landed nice and up and down. Let's do our EVA. Go. Take a surface sample. You've taken a sample of the water. It appears to be to dramatically increase the surface humidity of anything it touches. Can't imagine why. We're going to get 12 science out of that. Outstanding. We'll do an EVA report. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it? It's airtight, so I mean, it'll keep Jebediah from drowning. So we'll keep that. And we'll go back over here. Grab. Woo. Grab. Woo. Uh-oh. I think Jebediah's going to drown. Uh-oh. may have a problem. Oh, almost. Let's let him settle down. Just hit F a bunch of times, and we may have lost. Okay, good. Whew, we got back in. I thought we were going to lose all of our science there. So let's go ahead and recover our vessel, see how much science we got, and then we'll shoot for orbit. 33.5 science earned on this mission, so we are up to 37 science. So let's see what we can unlock so far. Ooh, definitely need that. And that will also come in handy. This stuff. The coupler would be nice. But we're going to go ahead and start with those two. So let's research that. And we'll research that. And now we have parts. So now I'm going to build a orbital space thingy. And we will be right back. See you guys right after the jump cut. And we are back. Welcome, welcome. So Bill Kerman is ready to hopefully do the first orbital flight in our history. So 10, 9, 3, 2, 1. Everything's looking so good. I have not done a previous test flight with this one, so hopefully everything goes well. And Bill Kerman survives. He looks concerned. I might be a little concerned too if I was doing the first manned orbital flight, or for that matter, in the history of the planet. That's what we are going for here. Hopefully these solid fuel boosters will get us up to about 10,000 meters in orbit. I know I'm going faster than 200 meters a second, and the solid boosters are like the most efficient ones yet unlocked. So let's go ahead and start to do our gravity turn. Nope, not doing a gravity turn, just so let's go ahead and fire these rockets. Ooh, try to go here. Try to get our prograde about 90 degrees. Losing fuel rather rapidly, so let's go ahead and ramp that down just a little bit. And go to our map view. Our apoapsis is plenty high at this point. Fuel about halfway drained, a little bit more it looks like. So where are we right now? Once we get into proper orbit, we're gonna do an EVA. Let's go ahead and add a maneuver to our apoapsis. I don't really need it for anything. I just want to see how far away we are. Let's add a maneuver there. That way I can see this thing right here. This little countdown. So let's go ahead and do some science right here. We are officially in orbit. Observe the mystery goo. The goo seems to have clumped into a sphere. It also appears to have become brittle. We'll keep that data. And let's have Bill Kerman. We should have a little bit of time left, about a minute and a half. Let's have him do our first spacewalk. EVA report. You've recorded your observations about the situation, so we'll keep that data. He can go back into the ship. And let's go ahead and take a look at our map view. Apoapsis is holding steady at 130,000 meters. Is there any other science I can do here? Well, I haven't taken a crew report yet, so let's do our crew report. Seems we are very much in space right now. The sky seems to be mostly below us. We're going to go ahead and transmit that so that we can take another crew report when we need to. Alright, we should be approaching our apoapsis rather quickly now. And I've actually lost my countdown. Not sure where that went. But we're going to go ahead and fire our engines towards the horizon. And hopefully get us into orbit. It's a little bit tough to control, this thing. And we're not going to get into orbit today. Sorry, folks. Alright, so that's disappointing, but we did learn a lot from it. Hopefully we'll unlock some more stuff. And when we're re-entering the atmosphere, we'll do some more science with our mystery goo, and then we will do some science when we get on the ground. Hopefully we'll do a water landing and observe some mystery goo there also. So we're going to go ahead and break right here, and I'll see you guys when we're entering orbit. And we are back. We should be entering the atmosphere any second. Indeed we are. So let's do another science. Observe the mystery goo. Goo seems to be getting cold now. We'll go ahead and keep that data though. And we will launch our parachute as soon as we get to about 10,000 meters. And there we are. Boom, launched. Looks like we should be in for a water landing. We're at 1 time, so we gotta make sure of that because the parachutes do not like fast forward at all. Bill Kerbal was the first Kerbal not to make it officially in the space, so he can be proud of himself for that, even if he did miss orbit. And looks like our retrograde is mostly below us right now. Oh, I had my fingers on the wrong keys. That's why things weren't exactly reacting the way we wanted them to. Our chute should deploy in about 4 seconds or so. Sounds like something just splashed down near us. There's the sun over there. We should be able to fast forward to splashdown at this point. And hopefully we'll unlock something. Just want to splash down. Observe the mystery goo one more time. The mystery goo escapes into the water. It's good information. Bill's happy. He's back on Kerbal. Look, he's doing a little dance. He's so happy. He survived. He can't believe it. He thought for sure this was a suicide mission. So we're going to recover the vessel, see what kind of science we got. And we got 31.6 science on this mission. So we're going to design yet another vehicle, and then we will be right back. Alright, I decided before we design the vehicle, we need to unlock some science. We almost missed that part. So we have 38 science. We can't unlock anything from that tier just yet. But we can unlock this, and these radial decouplers will help us out a lot. So we're going to go ahead and unlock that. We have 20 science left over. Now I'm going to design a new ship, and I will see you guys on the launch pad. Alright, here we are back on the launch pad one more time. You can see we've made some a little bit of a redesign. The only major change is I added 4 more rockets to this second stage. The first stage won't get us as far, but the second stage should get us a huge amount of thrust. And then the third stage, we should be able to get into the proper orbit we want. So, without further ado, in 10, 9, 0. map, see what we're looking at here. Our apoapsis is playing high. Let's go ahead and shut off those engines. And get ready. Once we hit our apoapsis, we'll burn straight to the horizon. It could take a few seconds yet. So we'll go ahead and talk while we got about a minute and 45 seconds. So let's go ahead and chat a little. So my goal with this program isn't so much. I'm not the greatest Kerbal Space Program player around. I know that. We have Ike over there, but I do enjoy playing games, and hopefully somebody enjoys watching me play games. I really do have a lot of fun with this. I got frustrated with it at first, like a lot of us do. You know, when we're designing our first engines and stuff, it's can get a little annoying because, well, basically we all blow ourselves up on the launch pad the first time. But I started to get really into it. Of course, watching Kurt J. Mack and then Zisto, watching their channels has really, really, you know, helped me build a passion for it. And I mean, I just think I can have a lot of fun with this. Who knew space travel could be so much fun? Alright, we're approaching our apoapsis. We got about 40 seconds left. There's an island right there. I wonder if there's anything like an Easter egg or something on that island that we can find, or maybe one of those islands over there. Eventually, I also want to visit the North Pole. Alright, let's get ready for our burn. And how much fuel do we have left in this stage? A little bit. Let's get everything we can out of this. And our last stage should get us into a proper orbit around Kerb something. So let's go ahead and go to our staging. Boom, boom, get that. Fire our new engine. Hopefully we'll have enough fuel to get into a proper orbit. If not, we'll have to do one more redesign. Probably add another tank to the second stage somehow. Oh, but I think we'll have enough. We should be seeing our periapsis within a few seconds. There we go. As soon as it gets right about there, let's go up to just about 80,000 so we can make sure we're in a nice, stable orbit. And Jebediah is officially the first Kerbal to orbit Kerbin. Yes, Kerbin, just making sure I had the right name. Here's the moon over here. That is our next target. I'm sure Jebediah will try to jump into the cockpit like he always does. But, you know, we might send Bill or Bob before him. The Minmus over there, that's a good target. We may actually shoot for Minmus before the moon just because it's so much easier to actually land on Minmus. It's got a much, much lighter gravity. You can afford a few more mistakes when you're landing. It's just a little bit harder to hit. Then after Minmus, I was thinking Eve, but Eve's kind of hard to hit too. And so is Duna. Anything after Minmus is just starts to get tough. We are going to tackle eventually Eve and Duna. Just haven't decided what order. And we may actually go try to get an orbit around Jewel before either of those, just because it's so easy to get caught in Jewel's influence. Excuse me again, I am getting over something. Not sure what it is. So let's go ahead and do some science. Oop, there's the moon. Hi, moon. Say hi, moon, Jebediah. And Jebediah just looks lost right now. He's in shock that he's actually in orbit. He doesn't know. He didn't plan. Oh, see, did you see there? He waved and said hi. He said hi to the moon. It must be the must have been the delay between Kerbin and our spaceship. So let's go ahead and do a little science while we're here. Let's see what the mystery goo tells us. Not much to tell there. Crew report. No science from that, so we're not even gonna try that. How much electric charge do we have left? We got to make sure we have enough to land. Our thingy will reset that though. Let's see if we can get a high orbit around Kerbal so we can try to get a little bit of science from it. 43 minutes away. We can, if we burn prograde, we should be able to raise it. Let's try to go over 1,000,000 meters and see if that counts as high orbit. Or 1,000 kilometers, I should say. Alright, our engines are shut down. Our apoapsis is at 1,065,423 meters. So I'm going to go over there real quick and try to do some science from hopefully what it considers high orbit. And look at Jebediah just whipping through space without a care. And we're going to try to do a solid ground landing so we can get a different kind of biome for our next mystery goo and EVA. And actually, if this is considered high orbit, we may go ahead and just do a EVA report from here. While in space, high over Kerbal. Excellent, excellent. 10 science there. We'll keep that data. Crew reports. It's very round. Indeed it is, Jebediah. Indeed it is. Let's go ahead and transmit that. We'll get the science from it. And let's do an EVA. Alright, Jeb, are you brave enough to let go? Let's do a quick save right here. Let's actually board, and then we'll do a quick save just in case he ends up like Sandra Bullock. I haven't actually seen that movie, but I assume at some point she gets lost. So let's back up just a little bit from the ship. Oop, don't go too far, Jebediah. Let's do our EVA report. We've recorded our observations about the situation. Get 8 science out of that. Outstanding. Ooh, that looks like a good screenshot. Screenshot for episode 1. Alright, so let's get Jebediah back into his shuttle. He's got me a little bit nervous. Hopefully we won't bounce off, and grab and board. Excellent. So we're going to go ahead and go start planning our landing out. And we'll be right back after that. As we are about to land. And welcome back. We are coming in for our landing. Jebediah couldn't be happier. Got our parachute at the ready. As soon as we get to about, well, as soon as we get in the atmosphere, we're going to go ahead and deploy, because we want to slow down as quickly as possible. Jebediah looks super excited to be headed back home. We should be landing somewhere on this continent here, which will be nice. We'll be able to get a new surface sample out of that, as well as new crew report. It'll be a new biome instead of the water, so that'll be lots and lots of fun. Whoop. Don't get too far ahead of ourselves. We're about to start entering the atmosphere again. So at 30,000 meters, we'll deploy our chute. Hopefully that'll work. If not, I can go back to our quick save and start all over again. So the chute's ready to be deployed as soon as it is within the atmosphere. At the proper height, it'll deploy itself. And hopefully it'll slow Jebediah to a nice soft landing. There it went. The chute was deployed. In reality, it should probably be burning up, but it's not, because we're in a video game. And we're at about 16,000 meters, or 16 kilometers, however you choose to say it. And coming in for landing, Jebediah still looks stoked. He is so happy to be here. Oh, didn't see my parachute string. I got a little concerned there for a second. Let's continue to face our retrograde. That should slow us down plenty before we get to the surface, which is coming in rather quickly. Now it looks like we may end up landing in this nice little terrain here. There's my cat again. She's very noisy. I do apologize. She'll get out of noisy mode in a couple days. So I don't put out videos that often, so hopefully by the next video she'll be more quiet. Alright, the chute should fully deploy in just a few seconds. Hopefully it'll be less than 100 meters a second when it does. We are at 1 times, yes. I'm nervous. Okay, woo. Deployed beautifully. So we can go ahead and 4 times our way to the ground. And we should be landing any second now. Hopefully we'll land right side up so we can do an EVA and get a surface sample of this strange new world. Blunk. Beautiful, Jebediah. Absolutely beautiful. Let's do a mystery goo. You observe the goo. So let's keep that data. Do a crew report. You record the crew's assessment of the situation. 1.5 science. Good job, Jeb. And let's go ahead and do an EVA. Let go, Jeb. Whoop. Oh, he fell over just a little bit. Let's do an EVA report. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it? I invented the new word, spacesuit, and I'm going to incorporate it into my vocabulary. Let's take our surface sample. This is dirt and grass and some small rocks. You suspect this isn't going to be much of a groundbreaking discovery, but it might, Jebediah. It just might. And we'll plant our first flag of the series. Look at that beautiful flag. We're going to call it our first orbital landing site. I'm alive. And we have a beautiful flag there. If you guys have any other ideas for a flag, please send them to me. I'm digging that one. I thought it was kind of cool to incorporate a screenshot of the game into our flag. I may end up redesigning it just a little. Maybe I'll end up putting a Kerbal on it at some point. Take a screenshot of him and then put him on the flag. I don't know. But with that, we're going to go ahead and end this, and then we will call it an episode after that. So let's go ahead and grab on board and recover the vessel. Let's see how much science we got and then what we can unlock, and then it will be the end of the episode. 46.2 science earned on this mission. Outstanding, Jebediah. Outstanding. So we got a crew report from Kerbin's Highland, an EVA report while in space high over Kerbin, surface sample from Kerbin's Highland, EVA report from Kerbin's Highland, mystery goo observation while in space near Kerbin, mystery goo observation while in space high over Kerbin. That got us some good science there. Mystery goo observation from Kerbin's Highland, and recovery of vessel returned from Kerbin's orbit. So that got us 10 science. So let's see what we can spend our science on. Ooh, that looks good. I really like these bigger fuel tanks for our second stages. I'd like these too because it's got these long radial decouplers and these struts. These ones don't do quite as much for me. I like the reaction wheel. That helps stabilize flight a lot once you start to spread your ship out quite a bit. And even the Stay Putnik Mark 1 would be helpful. But I think we're going to go with this because we get the Science Junior, the SC9001 Science Junior, and rechargeable battery packs. And Yeah. So that'll help us a lot with the rechargeable battery packs if we try to do any deep space missions. So I think that's what we're going to go ahead and spend our science on right now is the battery packs. Alright, so I can't wait to see what we're going to do with those in the next episode. I hope you can't either. That's going to be it for this episode. Thank you so much for watching. I do apologize for the background noises with the cat, and as well as my voice. Like I said, I'm getting over something now. I'm not entirely sure what it is. But again, thank you so much for watching. If you liked it, please leave a like. It helps me out immensely. I do this for fun, but I like to share it with more people, and adding every like and every subscription just helps me get higher on the activity feed. I have so much fun getting feedback from you guys for not only this, but also Minecraft, and I'm going to throw another game in really soon I'm super excited about. So that's going to be it. Thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye now.